Usually, okay, so full transparency, recording has actually just now started. So if you've been here listening,
until after 7 p.m. today. That's when my texting capabilities will be restored because I used the word Bitcoin in a text message. And it was because I also texted out this one here. No, not this one. One of them was a Bitcoin related play, and that's literally what I said was Bitcoin related play, and they fucking flagged me for that. I know I can't say the word stock, so that's why I said play instead of stock, because I know stock is a no word. So I said play. I didn't realize Bitcoin was a flagged word too, so they just blocked me for like 12 hours is all. Turds.
Well,
Let's see here.
you know, win some, you lose some.
Yeah, it is what it is. I guess live and learn. SDST. Want to see it break, let's call it 50 cents. Stardust Power. That must be an energy play. Energy stocks have been running here lately.
Interesting.
VSEE finally gave us the pullback. I don't like where it pulled back though, at $1.86, which is too close to 2 for me. Yeah, it's too tight of a window. I'd look for the breakout of 2 maybe. Really all I'm doing here is going down the list of the Webull top gainers, seeing if there's any decent opportunities. BDRX is flying, but I can see I already have lines drawn on my chart, so this one obviously has hit our radar before.
Oh yeah, BDRX we played a lot.
And all these lines are lining up with previous levels of resistance.
It's crazy how that
So this one I think I'm just going to sit out. Click. I know this one's hit our radar before, but I don't have lines on it. Mondays are usually a little bit of a slower start. I do like Mondays overall. Monday through Wednesday are my favorite trading days for this specific breakout strategy, but Mondays typically start out a little later. This bet created a bit of a gap right here. I don't see any recent resistance above 25. Shoot,
Mike,
what's the question?
You're not sending out any text today then?
I sent out 3 or 4 already, but I have now been blocked for the next 12 hours. I said the word Bitcoin in a text message, which apparently is a no, and it flagged me. So they restricted my texting capability until 7 p.m. tonight. So obviously market's basically closed at that point. So text will resume tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be any more alerts will be inside the Discord until this afternoon or tomorrow morning. Really?
Yeah, but my question is, are you writing them on the Discord, or do I got to stay in this chat?
They'll be posted in the Mike's the Pennies.
Okay, cool.
Mike's Pennies Alerts channel.
All right, gotcha.
What's up, big dog?
As of right this second, there's not a ton we're looking at. Maybe Dare, looking for $10 as long as it finds support right here on the VWAP, which it looks like it is. I'm hearing feedback from somebody's mic.
I don't know. It might have been the water running upstairs. My mic picks it up really well for some reason.
SDST looking for 50. And that's really about it. What you looking at, futures, Phil?
Well, we're kind of finding some big rejection right here on NQ, stepping back down.
You want to share your screen?
Yeah, I thought it was. I'm recording. I was recording your screen. That's why I thought I was sharing. Hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna just share. There we go. Share this window. Boom, shakalaka. There we go. That should be good. And I'm click this back over to your screen in case penny stock starts moving. I can just swap over real quick. For the recording, I'm not going to record the whole 2-hour session, but we'll record at least pre-market. That way we got some good stuff. Yeah, for this one right here, Grant was playing a really, really nice play. He's putting some stuff out in the futures, but he was basically looking at the same levels I did. We've got this beautiful little spot right here off of Friday's open market low. Session low just missed this support level back down here, where you can really see the battle of the bears and bulls kind of ensued overnight last night. But yeah, we're kind of right back up into this level. What we really need to do here is we need to come back up in here and give me another opportunity for a short, which I don't know if I'm willing to take at this point, because higher highs and higher lows, I'd really like to see this trend line break here. At the same time, the seller's defending this area. You know, that would be a pretty good 1, 2, 3 rejection, break under, and then push back down to at least this level, if not this level back down here, which seems to be the primary support resistance level we're playing with this morning. If not, then we need to break back up over this level and give us some good support over the top of what is this? 22,911, 75, somewhere in there. If that'll give us a play up right now, then I'd be looking for some more upside, back up to where we were on Friday. The big picture right now though is NQ has triple topped off of the top of its all-time high. ES has double topped off of its all-time high, and the same outside locations. And we are in a set now where both ES and NQ are making lower lows and lower highs at this point. So if we can't come back up and retake this big trend line up here, this level back up here at like 23.016, 23.20, 23.020, then we're going to keep making either more double tops and triple tops or some more lower highs. If we can't get back up to where we were on Friday, I'd be looking for this to try to range between the low of session today and the high of session on Friday, and give the bears a little bit more opportunity to push this thing back down under where we were today and start capturing some of these larger zones we've got back down here, mainly at 22,780-ish, give or take. You know, you should have a zone somewhere around in there. It doesn't have to be exactly where my zone is, but I would think that if you don't have one at least close to 22,770, 780, then you're probably not looking at what you need to be looking at right now. So underneath that, we got lots.
Real quick, Phil.
Go
Penny
ahead,
stock breakout 553 MGRM.
Ooh, wow! Look
Looks like it's gonna break too high, but we'll see.
I got you on the main screen. You're in the recording.
The order block looks good though.
Yeah. Well, she could just have
But it looks like it's flying. May end up breaking too high.
to kind of introduce.
Already 20% past that breakout.
Somebody's got a hot mic.
I think I muted him.
How's everybody doing this morning, by the way?
I am a little tired, but I
What?
loved my little mini vacation.
I was about to say, I mean, like you rode, I mean, how many hours on a bike did you spend?
Well, actually, I didn't end up riding. All of my mom's friends that were going to ride with us all bailed, so I ended
What?
up just renting a truck, put it in the back of a truck.
Oh, that sucks. What the heck?
But I do have it. It's sitting outside my house right now. I'm taking the truck over to the Indian store today to have them help me unload it. I got a forklift that'll bring it down.
Heck yeah, dude.
I don't want to drop the bike 3 feet off the back of that truck.
No. Definitely not.
So, yeah, I ended up driving. Ended up being a 16-hour drive.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool, I guess. So you got to spend some time with family, maybe?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good trip.
Cool beans. Yeah, there's that. There was the close and the open right there. That was way up there, wasn't it?
Yeah, I ended up confirming at 19, almost 20% past. It's come down. It's
Jeez.
almost touched your entry zone right here. It's coming down into the entry about right now-ish. Now, you could consider entering here once it gets in this yellow box like it is right this second.
Yeah.
But it is more risky when you enter on these types of action already, because this one candle already went up
I'm up.
36% on that one candle. So it is more risky to enter at this time, but I have seen a lot of trades still work out very
All
beautifully.
right, have you.
And once you
Bye.
enter on that second candle, once it pulls in,
Can we go say bye to Mom first? Or should we?
Got it.
muted.
Beat you to it.
Yeah, see, so like even if you did enter right there, it already pulled up. You're already up like 8% if you did take that entry right there. So it's riskier, but sometimes it does work out. I don't like how this wick is lower than this wick. I also don't like how it went up 36% on one candle, which obviously was a massive volume spike on that candle as well. And that volume spike didn't come at a normal time. It came at 8:40 a.m. 8 a.m. would have made sense. 7 a.m. would have made sense. 9:30 would make sense. But at 8:40, that's a weird time to get an influx of 600,000 shares.
I mean, unless it's going to go up. If it were at 8 o'clock, I wouldn't play it.
It is finding some support right now on the
Yeah.
VWAP, which is right at the top of that loading zone.
Yeah, I stay away from anything between 8 o'clock and 8:20. I think it's utterly ridiculous how wild that stuff gets sometimes. I haven't really noticed it as often recently, but it used to go nuts at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, look at that. So if you took your entry right in here, you're already damn close to TP. You're at 10% up right now.
Dang. Like that's right at the top of that candle too, though. If it continues to go, oh my gosh!
Yeah, look at that long bottom wick.
Yeah, if it's gonna break, it's gonna break up there. But if it can't break back above the top of that other candle, that could get real messy real fast. So I would be cautious with that one.
This one's risky. It could have went either way. Congrats if you got in. You're already up 10%. If you didn't, that's okay too. It was a little riskier.
Scared money don't make money.
It's true, but it also don't lose money.
But I was about to say, scared money also does not lose money. That's for sure. Oh, but you can't make it unless you risk it, baby. So sometimes you gotta stick your neck out there and just go for it. If you take a red day, you just dust it off and do it again
Order
tomorrow.
filled.
And just playing the waiting game now. Bounce around, look at these other ones real quick.
Yeah.
SDST, it's flirting with that 50-cent breakout right now. You got 1 minute left on this current 5-minute candle. This is how I draw out my trading plan for those newbies in here to know what I'm going to do. I always have my boxes drawn before I enter any positions in any of these trades. So I always know where my best case, worst case, and even medium case scenario is. I like to load in the yellow, I take profit in the green, and I stop out in the red. In this one's case, I would consider lowering the stop loss a hair, because if I lowered it a hair, it would be just below the VWAP and 21 EMA. Those are close enough that it would only extend my loss like 5%. And this one did just confirm the breakout at the top of that loading zone right here. So if you're doing this strategy to a T, this right here is where you're loading, is basically right this second. So you'd be loading right now on this candle. This is where you'd be taking your entry, and then you'd be looking for a 10 to 15% gain on this one. Now this one, I wouldn't lower the stop loss quite that much because it broke out so high above that breakout level. So if you were loading right here, if you put your stop loss down there where I just did, that's a 25% stop loss. That's too much risk for me. So in this one's case, I'd probably put the stop loss.
15% is right at the bottom of that previous candle right there. That should theoretically be a good, like if it's going to break beneath that last candle, it's probably trying to turn back some. So
yeah, that's probably where I'd put it as well. The only thing I don't like about that stop loss right there is I feel like it could come down to wick off of that and come right back up because you got the VWAP and the 21 EMA right there.
Well, and if you're going to do it, it's going to probably happen in a couple of different candles too, though. So it's not going to happen immediately. This candle right here, if it breaks down below that previous candle, would really have to get those buyers to pull back up. You can see it, like if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles back, that bottom wick candle off your VWAP back over there. How you see that little
I'll be right back.
candle dip? Oh no. Anyway, yeah, I mean if it does, you can see that it does like to dip back below that previous candle and then start pushing back up again. So, I mean, you could wait for it to pull back a little bit underneath that candle, but I mean, typically speaking, on a 5-minute time frame, you're not going to see a whole lot of the candle pushing that back down below that previous candle and then just shoving back through it. That's something you see on like lower time frames much more often, like 2-minute, 3-minute, 1 minute, where you'll see like engulfing candles that don't mean crap. You know, there's just price action. 5 minutes really kind of the lowest you want to see something like that happen on. 15-minute, if it breaks below previous candle, you better be out of it. Look back here at futures while Mike's taking a break. We got this basically this quad bottom back here. This little, we broke through, retested. So I don't know if you count that or not, but I would. 1, 2, 3, 4, right back down here at like the 20,500, 500. So 580 to 600, maybe even back down to 580 to 600. I would watch that level right there. If we break back below that, that's gonna be pullback time. That's definitely downtrend. I mean, we obviously could be in a downtrend until we get down to that level, lower highs and lower lows, and pull back. But you can see a lot of the times, unless it's just a big news day like we do get from time to time, it's gonna be just like a boom, big shot down, and then muddle around a couple of levels and then boom, shot back up. That's what it's been doing. So if we go back down there and visit really fast, it could be just liquidity for bigger guys to make their moves. So like watch if we get back underneath this 770 level right here, the 776 level right here, 780. If we get back under that and we push back down and then we pull back up and then we just dump straight back down to any of these two levels back down here, I would look for some sort of really quick move back up to the upside at that point. But just kind of watch how we stair step through these levels a little bit. We're still kind of messing around right inside of this. Still holding this trend line right here.
Right, I'm back. Sorry, almost missed my trash run.
Up. Mine
To
doesn't
get back
cost
in
too
the
much.
groove of things. They pick up my trash Monday morning. I heard the truck outside. I was like, shit.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I see SD. I got back just in time too. SDST is
There you
pushing.
go. About halfway through that candle. Close that fair market value gap. If you don't know the fair market value gap, that was the top of the, what is that, the 840 candle. And then you had that big push up on the 845 candle. And then you had that candle that just closed, the 850 candle. You know, it came back down and basically closed that, closed the price gap between where that 850 candle started and the 840 candle ended. It had just one big candle kind of leaving that space open in the middle of the candle, and it closed. It did the same thing on the 845 candle. Came down and touched the candle before. Anytime you have one candle that stands up by itself is what a lot of people call fair market value, which means that there's just a lot of orders in there, and it was imbalanced. We had a lot of buyers that pushed it, and not a lot of sellers that were able to kind of keep up with it. So they're trying to close those little gaps in those individual candles. Try to make sure all the orders are filled, because it's an auction between buyers and sellers. You got to have both sides to play the game. So,
Look at the SDST. That's profit. That's full profit right there.
yup.
That's your
Go,
15%.
Done.
Depending where you got filled, more than 15%. Maybe 25%. Look at that. All right, that's two good winners of the day. SQFT. It looks like it's shit in the bed now, but that was a good one.
Yeah, it gave
That
us
one
what we needed.
was the first one that I started getting censored through the texts. Went up 48%. SDST currently up. Yeah, again, it depends where you got filled, but at least 15%.
What is Dare? Was Dare one of the ones you were looking at too? I can't remember.
Dare, I wanted
Oh,
to
it
see it
hadn't
break 10,
broken,
but it didn't
yeah.
break yet. MGRM was another one, but this
Broke
one's kind of shit in the
way
bed.
high. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't really like it right now.
If
This
you had
one,
entered,
MGRM, if you
you
played this
just
one,
stopped out.
I would probably consider putting the stop loss right under these here. So you'd be
Mitigate.
looking at, depends where you got filled. That's, yeah, maybe like right at your 15% mark.
Maybe a little bigger if you got in right at the top of that entry box, but
Yeah.
no biggie.
I don't like how it has this big gap, and now it's looking like it's coming down and wants to fill at least some of that gap. MGRM, if you were in that one now, I'd probably just stop out now. I'm not feeling very optimistic about it. But it could find some support right in here-ish, right where I drew that line around 514 to really $5 to 514 could find some bit of support. Yeah, that's about it. Playing the waiting game again.
Oh. Excuse me. Sorry.
You sound
Yeah.
extra tired too. How was your weekend?
It was good, man. I'm trying to get over. Yeah, like as soon as you left, you're like, "Hey, you got the whole thing," and I got sick, so I'm sitting there like
Oh no.
sniffing and snuffling and nodding in the freaking microphone for a week. Just me. So I'm just now kind of getting over it. My voice is kind of recovering at this point. So it's nice. Just most I've slept in a very long time, including vacation, man. Like, cause I'd stay up late on vacation, but I was in bed at like 10 or 10:30 every single night. I had my alarm set for like 6:30 so I can get up and get the dogs out and use the bathroom and send out some text messages. So, full 8 hours every night, basically. It's nice. You forget how well your body responds when you give it what it needs. So, oh jeez. As far as
This
NQ
EST is looking
goes,
beautiful.
yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah, there ain't
Oh
nothing to
no.
report right here. We gotta wait for pullback now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, as far as NQ goes, man, NQ tends to pull back a little heavier. So, as if you're one of my clients, we either have or we are about to start going over how I keep up with price action throughout the day. And it's very simple. It's just watching for higher highs and higher lows or lower highs and lower lows. NQ does tend to move a little wilder than ES does. So, like, it likes to punch outside of the lines a little bit. If you gave it a color crayon, you're not going to get a really pretty, picture. You know what I'm saying? So, like, anytime we break highs, when it pulls back, I set a support level. If we're moving upwards, right? If we're moving upwards, I set a support level and I watch it. Let me put. I haven't put my step box for the day out. And you can see right here, because I know it likes to punch a little lower, a little below the belt whenever it hits. If it comes back and retouches before we take off, then I'll get in there. If it only touches once and pushes off, I'll wait for it to come back. But usually when it comes back, you got to give it some room. So I'll draw my box off the bottom of that touch. I'll find a good support level back over here behind us, and I'll wait for it to come back in. Boom, entry. There's a second entry. Boom, right there. Either one of those, stop loss, moving on up, right? And of course, if we lost, we only lose a little bit, and that's the point, right? We can keep tight stop losses on NQ. You just have to know what you're looking for, right? And then we come back up here, bounce. This obviously was not there, but if you had drawn a trend line off of these right real quick, and it came back down this time up here, you would have had a decent little entry you could have played off of if you were just scalping. But this would have been the nicer play for sure. Right now, we need to get back up at this level. It's struggling, but sellers are trying to defend this this resistance level pretty hardcore right now. So we need to move above that. But right now we are at the bottom of kind of like what most people kind of lovingly refer as the box theory, which is the range that NQ likes to trade. And it's usually around 400 to 450 points, but we're stuck in a 338 point range at this point. So like this is not normal for NQ. NQ loves to move. Of course, it might be a little bit more average if we were to pull it back to like the 5 months we traded before February. So maybe I need to go back and do a little bit more research. But we should be pretty close to maxing out what we do here before NQ likes to reverse, which is why I like the fact that even though we are making this little trend line right here, give or take, it's a little sloppy because it's NQ. That we are getting pretty close to the bottom of that, and so even if we come back down today, I'm looking for some more support back down here somewhere, or I'm looking for us to just go ahead and break back out of this and hold it. Wow, you good, man? Better out than in. Yeah, at this point, I'm just waiting for a good setup. If it breaks back down underneath like it's doing now, ooh. That's not necessarily the trend line I was looking. I just kind of laid it on top of there. I'm not necessarily looking to play off of that trend line right there. But if we come back up at all and give any kind of sign of more resistance right there, I might try a short. Just trying to be wise. Trying to be wise. And look, that 5 minutes just pushing right back over the top of that. Let's see what we get. But it is a lower high.
SDST pulled back a bit. You have your next entry opportunity at like 69 cents on it. Way more risky than it was before though. But new breakout on SDST is going to be 69 cents. MGRM did find some initial support at the old breakout level, which I've often said is going to be one of your only 3 levels of support. Once you break out of a resistance level and you have your breakout, you have a confirmed breakout, the 3 places it can find support is that old resistance level, which was the breakout level, or the VWAP or the 21 EMA. If all 3 of those break, I feel like the trade is just, it's got no hope for survival after that point. So those are the 3 places I look for it to find support, and it did find support on that previous level of resistance, which was the breakout level. Right now, it is trying to get back above the VWAP, but MGRM, you would not have stopped out on this one yet. You'd be, it just depends where you got filled at, but you'd be more or less about break even right now. And then SDST, that was a beautiful one. You should have been up at least 30%-ish. That's about it. And this is exactly why I like Mondays, because it's usually ripe with opportunities.
Yeah, like they're all very interesting because like you have like Yvonne, who's like kind of I would say the most powerful son. He's obviously I think the heir apparent to his father, but then you have like the youngest.
What's going on here?
Yeah, I can't hardly hear. If they're talking to me, I
No,
can't
I
hear
don't. I
most of what
don't
you're
think
saying.
they are. I think they're having a conversation outside of us.
I think in a way like they broker with
Carl, is that you, or is that just your microphone picking up somebody else's conversation?
get this down.
Oh, it's Carl.
Get released. Like his father didn't even.
All right.
I thought they said, yo, Mike.
MGRM, BO mentioned in live stream. Didn't see it in chat. Yeah, it was. We were just sitting here talking about it. I don't, did it get posted? Did you get it in your?
No, I didn't post it in a channel. It was just here in the live stream.
$20% out of SDST. Boom. Where'd it go?
Oh, they said that here in the chat?
Yeah.
I
Talbert.
gotta open the chat.
Do it.
There we go. Good job, Talbert.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, no. Okay. All right. I think. Oh, I don't know what I want to try to do here because it looks. We are breaking east of that. We are breaking east of that trend line right here on NQ.
So
Coming off the top of that, I really would have liked to have gotten in back up here. It was a little bit of a chase move right here if I got in. I was kind of clicking back and forth, but
I see somebody said, how can you share the Discord? Here I am giving you a link. Send them that link.
all right, come on. Is it gonna go? Is it gonna go at least? Did I have my setup right? Are you gonna pull back, or at least pull back to here, right? Man, is that consolidation or what? We in a range? Been building like a little bitty range or something.
I had a really old level right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I get one of you other trucks over this direction, please?
Yeah, my level was 22,897. This is on the NQ. 22,897 to 22,907.
About 1550 east.
Nice. It can't be that old.
Well, I haven't pulled up this chart in quite some time. But it looked like it respected it.
Yeah. Those old levels, man, I'm telling you. It's pretty wild.
History does seem to repeat itself a lot. That's why what makes the technical analysis so accurate sometimes.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. I guess technically we're not yet in a bearish until we break back down below this little Friday's low of day, but again, but it does look like we could probably try to pull back some here if you were able to, if you were paying attention to my levels when I wasn't. Or you were able to kind of get in close to back over here when we were kind of digging into this little spot. You could have went short right off of that, as you saw us kind of making these lower highs, and place your stop loss kind of back above this area right here, and watched it pull back. That would have been a nice little move. Not big. It wasn't a big move, but it'd have been something. It's not really moving enough right now for me, especially with only like 24 minutes until market open, for me to have like entry, stop loss, take profit way down here, because I don't think we've got enough time to make a play before everybody decides they're going to start coming in and messing stuff up. So
Dare on your watch list, $10 breakout. I don't know how I feel about it right this second, but it's definitely on watch.
You may have another
Dare
opportunity.
you
right
to
here.
help me make some money.
Right. Right.
About here. I don't like this one. This one's too wicky. IBG. It's a fairly illiquid stock that has huge wicks. I don't like it. And the sell orders on the level 2 data way outnumber the buy orders. Yeah. I'll go with a no-go on IBG.
Dang, we're definitely still in an uptrend right now. Still trying to push back up. So
Give it a DNT status. Do not trade.
Do not. It wants to, though. Somebody's trading it.
Carl says, I don't know, it almost looks like something spammy. I don't know where he forwarded that from. I'm here to guide you through trading prospects. To begin, kindly share with me your experience. I don't know, the way that reads, it sounds like a scam. But he says, what time do alerts come out? I'm at my desk by 6 a.m. every morning. Typically, I'm sending out the first text somewhere between 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. There's really no exact time it starts, because sometimes there's a trade right at 6 a.m. Sometimes there's not a good trade until 9 a.m. But I'm at my desk looking for opportunities by 6 a.m. every day.
Unless. Happy to have you here. Oh, are you just like forwarding messages, like personal messages, or is that something that was posted somewhere to a bunch of people?
Yeah, I don't see where that would have been posted, but that looks scammy. That's how a lot of the scams start. To begin, kindly share with me your experience so far. But I don't know where you got that from, so I don't know.
Yeah, if you're getting a DM from a Mike and he's asking you that, it's a scam. Let me unmute Mike so he can talk. Carl, can you?
Anybody who starts a sentence with "to begin kindly," that just reeks of Middle Eastern scammer.
Right. Let's say we actually
Some chat GPT language there.
Carl, can you hear me?
bag. You know, we put them in.
I unmuted Carl. I could hear his commercial. I can hear his TV again. Carl, come back to us.
Someone in their backyard, yeah. Someone in middle America doesn't care. Right? Yeah. Well, you make a good point though too. People started caring about this more.
All right.
There's no volume having ass stock. 3,000 shares went through.
All right. I tried.
It's up 20%. Dare is flirting with that potential breakout, $10. 4 minutes left on the current 5-minute candle, but it is 20 minutes to market open, which makes it more risky as well.
Yep.
But Dare is definitely on watch. Somebody said BMNR. Yeah, I'm watching BMNR too, but it's got so much recent resistance. Look at it. I mean, obviously it's flying right now, but it's got too many green candles. It's overextended. It's up 30% in the last 30 minutes. But look at just the last couple of trading days and all these different resistance levels you have.
Look how
And it
fast
fell
it
off a
lost
freaking
that
cliff
much.
from over here to $126. I don't know. I'm doing a, what did we call it? DNT, do not trade.
Yeah. DNT. I like it.
Kind of like a DNR, I guess. Let that motherfucker die. Dare with the long top wick. That's bearish. Sells way outnumbering the buys now at this point. A lot of these sell orders are close to $11. Oh, look at that right there. You got 10,000 sitting at 10.
They don't want it going up, that's for sure.
Shows you the power of those round psychological numbers. Look at all these $10 sells right here. You can see the quote over here in my red column, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. All these people are happy to sell at $10 exact. And you can tell by some of these weird, odd-looking numbers, these are retail traders selling at 10. Big money and hedge funds and algorithms, they often sell in lots of round numbers. 1,000, 5,000, 10,000. It's usually a round number. When you see 122, 111, 43, those are retail traders. And look at how many of those retail traders are happy to click sell at $10.
Right.
73, 111. That's retail.
Also, those big money, like round numbers, those algorithms, they don't have to stay there. Like, yeah. A lot of times what you'll find is like they'll just put big orders up at 11 because they go, hey, if we put a bunch of orders up at 11, all those retailers are probably going to try to get out at 10. And so when they start getting out at 10, we'll just move our orders down, buy them all back up, or sell them all short and ride this thing back down. Like their job is to try to emotionally engage with retail traders so that they have the order and the liquidity that they want and need to do whatever they want to do in the market. So like they're 10 steps ahead of you. You've got to be on your game. So if you're only taking A+ setups, then good. But if you're just trying to like wait for some, just trying to like go in the market and do something because you feel it's supposed to be a certain way, like they wrote that algorithm. That's why you feel that way. Don't fall for it.
SDST is finding some initial support on this VWAP, the 21 EMA, where our old breakout level was. You have all three levels of your support sitting on top of each other right here, which is good, and it is finding some support right there. So if it finds support there and continues to move up and consolidate here, that's a good sign, and it's going to make this next breakout on SDST look even healthier. Looking for the break of 69 cents. But I would like to see some consolidation here and a slow stair step its way up. Allow the VWAP and 21 EMA time to catch up and get that VWAP and 21 EMA within 10 to 15% of the 69 cents before it breaks out. That's what I would like to see in a perfect world. Unfortunately, we don't live in a perfect world.
Correct. NQ looks like it's holding above its 1 hour 21 EMA and its 15-minute 21 EMA. And it looks like it's holding the support right here and pushing right back up. We've got a little bit of a higher low, lower high situation again right here, building ourselves into some consolidation. Blah. But it looks like the buyers are trying to still push it up. We need to break back out over this 22,909 level. If we don't, then we can't go up. I mean, it's really kind of common sense at this point. Like, you've got a big number. If you want to go higher than that big number, you got to break the big number. So at this point, this is kind of what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting for this to get broken and for us to come back and retest and sit back on it, and for those buyers to defend that area and push back away. That's my entry. I want to wait for the buyers to have a chance to actually push it back from here, because that's going to let me keep my stop loss again relatively safe and small as possible. I'd rather lose 6 times with a itty bitty stop loss and win 4 times with a huge take profit than go win 7 times like a 1-to-1 because I had just like a crap ton of risk on the table, There we go. We're losing that lower high again right there on NQ. So
What commercial for something?
That's McDonald's. I don't even know why that came to my brain. Sorry.
You gotta get that poison out of your brain.
I know, out of your body. I haven't had McDonald's in quite a while. Signed up through my Seal phone. Oh, okay. What is CEEL phone?
I'm assuming he meant cell phone.
Oh.
You need more coffee today.
Yeah, I hadn't even made a pot yet. Oh, I didn't make any coffee last week at all either. I just lived off of like Dayquil, zinc, and Benadryl, basically, and ate some meat and some vegetables. That's about it. Oh, and water. I had water, lots of water. I thought maybe it was like some sort of like secret burner phone, or like some like, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm sorry. Yeah, man, at this point, I'm probably not going to take any trades right before market open. Probably not going to take any trades right after market open anyway. I'm probably going to take the first at least 5 or 10 minutes before I decide to take any trades for the day after market open. So I think what I'm going to do is what worked really well. I'm going to mute and take this opportunity to close the recording. That way we've got a decent, like, beneficial recording to post for the day, but we're not like having to render a 2-hour video. And then I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I'll get some water with some salt in it, maybe start a pot of coffee, and come back around market open, and then like rock this thing out. That way everybody can take a potty break.
Good. I'm going to do the same here and take the opportunity to let my dog out. There ain't nothing we're going to do for the next 5 minutes. 20 minutes anyway. So I mean, like, go, and it's honestly, sometimes it just takes you walking away from your computer and coming back and looking at your screen again. So if you've been staring at your screen for the last hour and a half, go take a break. Go look at a flower outside or something, man. Just give your brain a pause, and we'll come right back into this and play some. We are pushing right back down here. If you're looking to try to make a little scalp or something before market open, here might be a really good opportunity for you to, take advantage of something like that. But if not, and then just go take a breath, start a pot of coffee, say goodbye or to somebody who might be leaving for work, and then we'll be back in a little bit. Sound good?
10-4, I'll take a break on that.
Yep.
I have a question. One question real quick.
Yeah, what's up?
Question is, I got my screen on, and I got my Weaver up, but my Weaver is showing regular market hour. Do I have to change my settings to Pre-month, what is it?
If you go
Something
down
on
to
this
the
thing.
bottom right-hand corner of your screen, let's see if I can find it on Mike's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he already
Yeah, I
said.
see it.
Yeah. It says EST, or I think it says ES. No, it's not EST. It's EXT, extended hours. Click on the extended hours.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then it should pop up with all of them. All right, cool. I'm closing the recording.